Settra does not serve. Hey, how's it going? My name is Jackie Fish and welcome back to another laboratory battle. Today we're going to pit the forces of the Tomb Kings up against the hordes of Skaven, and it should be pretty goddamn exciting. I believe we have around about 24,000 soldiers in this battle, along with all the abominations and constructs that can be mustered for this epic engagement. You can see Settra right there in his chariot of the gods, the necrosphinxes, the bone giants. We've got tomb guard, we've got normal skeleton warriors, we've got basically everything that you could ever want in an epic fantasy battle. And I mean, even the battle lines, just look at them stretch. It's pretty goddamn scary. Then over on the other side we have the hordes of Skaven who have interestingly formed their army up into two bits, which is kind of fun to see how that one pans out, as the Skaven are already bickering among themselves. Look at this. In this battle they're like, no, no, no. However, maybe that will aid them in this engagement, as they have also, as you can see, brought their abominations, their rat ogres, their artillery pieces, and their numbers, that is for sure. So yeah, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be putting these two armies together. As I said, there's around about 22 to 24,000, basically 23 and a half, just over a half thousand, so basically 24,000 soldiers in this battle. And we're going to go ahead and give this entire army over on the left over to the AI to basically see how they do in this battle. Also allows me just basically sit back and enjoy these engagements without having to micromanage or anything, you know, annoying like that. I can basically just use the AI spectator mod, and it will just give this entire army to the AI, and they'll command this, and we can basically just sit back and enjoy these large scale battles. So if you did enjoy this, be sure to drop a like and a comment down below. And I guess without further ado, let's just go ahead and let Settra and his boys descend upon the rats. Let's do that. Shift F10. Go ahead and give my entire army over to the AI, and already I know the AI is going to mess up my beautiful formation, unfortunately. So this is one of the crazy things, is we have like 22,000 soldiers in this battle, and we're playing on Ultra, and this is only the, I think, third unit scale. So I think the unit scale is only times by 3 at the moment, rather than the 10 that it can go up to. So we have 22,000 soldiers on basically one of the smaller unit scales in the game, which is just crazy to me. The fact that we can go up another 7 times, I think basically if I was to put the Skaven up against like the Tomb Kings or a Skaven v Skaven battle, I think you could end up having something like 160,000 soldiers on the battlefield. Now I assume the processor, my i7-8700 would just explode, and my graphics card, which is a 1070 Ti, would not be able to handle it. However, it'd be maybe interesting to see one day, and if you guys something you guys kind of maybe want to see, then do let me know in the comments down below, as we do have the Skaven artillery pounding away. And I mean, that Skaven artillery just has a perfect shot down range on the Tomb Kings. There's obviously a big hill in the center of the battlefield where the catapults are going, but these artillery, like these warp lightning cannons, have a pretty nice shot right here, and it looks like they're shooting and moving, which was kind of cool to see. So the Tomb Kings, I don't think, are going to form up in time, which is going to be pretty dramatic for their formation. We are going to be getting a nice little sandstorm going off, and that's going to be doing a lot of damage. I did make sure to stick the Winds of Magic up a little bit, because I always love to see lots of Winds of Magic going off. But here we go. This battle is going to kick off as this priest. I think he's Priest of the Light. I gave him is going to just fly himself into the combat zone. But he's going to be going up against some pretty strong clan rats and stuff, so, I mean, good luck to him. Or is that Settra? That's not Settra, right? No. Oh, it is Settra. Fuck, my bad. I thought his chariot looked a bit weird. The battle lines have now clashed, and both sides are going to be fighting hard. We got blood and gore on, which is kind of weird seeing the Tomb Kings bleed. Obviously, they're just goddamn skeletons. They can cake themselves in the blood of the Skaven, that is for sure. Have they already hit their first Realm of Souls? Oh my god, this Realm of Souls is just popping off right now. They're about to hit their second one as well, because I'm pretty sure it scales with the death. So being in, yeah, they already hit the second Realm of Souls. This is not good for the Tomb Kings, honestly, because the Tomb Kings really rely on these interval battles where they go ahead and basically just get constant replenishment throughout the engagement. But they've kind of already blown their load way too quickly in this battle. I'm pretty sure the Realm of Souls does scale, but maybe it's just the sheer amount of dead bodies is just kind of piled up for them, which is unfortunate. It really, really is. Yeah, maybe it must just not scale, honestly. Oh, look at that, man. It's so awesome, especially if you zoom in like this and just see everything that's going in. I want to see what that Hero Titan is up to, as it does just fly itself in. I mean, it is supported by the Necro Sphinx as well. Come on, Hero Titan, shoot out them laser beams. I mean, what's not to love from the Hero Titan? Has to be one of the coolest units, especially with the Bone Giant shooting in, the Necro Sphinx is flying in, dealing some own damage to its own Tomb King soldiers. I think that's Tomb Guard right there. Very, very awesome. I mean, one of the amazing things about this spectator mod as well is that we can jump in if we want to as well and try and sort out any issues that do occur. Now, what would be really, really cool is if you could do this in siege battles, even if it's just the normal, you know, the normal Warhammer 2 siege battles. Having that would be really, really cool. You know, having like 1,000 clan rats just descend upon a wall would be so awesome, and like maybe like a survival mission of us trying to hold the line and defend. Maybe if you guys know of any good, like, starting, like, any good maps where we could do, like, a wave defense system against the Skaven, could be a lot of fun. See how long we can hold off and do days, and, you know, maybe we'll do several battles and I'll merge them into one, where basically we just go ahead and allow the Skaven to replenish their forces over the battles, but whatever I'm left with as the Empire or something, will, you know, I'll make sure I have that on the next day and the next day and the next day. Could be really, really fun to do stuff like that, because I'm always looking for interesting ways to make these battles fun and exciting. I mean, this is fun and exciting right there. The artillery coming in, and what is it focusing? It looks like it's focusing the archers back here. I did give the Tomb Kings a fair amount of these bowmen, or bow skeletons, I should say. So honestly, these should be doing a decent amount to the enemy. And I think one of the biggest problems for Skaven is going to be just the fact that they don't have a lot of answers to the anti-large. Now, granted, I did give them a lot of storm vermin with halberds, but obviously the AI implementing them into the right position is something to be, you know, to be asked for. So let's go ahead, try and throw in a unit of this Sharp T. We'll take controls. I don't know if the AI will do it, but we'll basically just raise via Sharp T and let them charge into the backs. And that's pretty goddamn crazy, because the amount of units in the raised Sharp T is crazy. It's something like 48 or maybe even a bit more than that. So these guys are going to spawn and basically just fly themselves into the back. Now, the Skaven are desperately relying on the artillery to maybe take out a few of these large units. But again, it's the AI really going about and using that artillery correctly. You know, they are smashing a lot of these archers back here. But with the Sharp T coming in the back, with the help of the archer support, I feel like maybe I just needed to give the Skaven a bit more than I have. Now, granted, they have spent, like, both sides have spent basically the same amount of money. So it's not like I've given one side a lot more than the other. Oh, that's kind of soul beam right there, just descending upon that Skaven battle line. Yeah, as I said, like, it's not like I've gone ahead and overwhelmed one side whatsoever. I've basically made sure to give, you know, both sides equal amounts of money. Look, you guys know me. If you guys have watched any of my videos, you know how much I just dig these, like, distant fights you see. Like, you zoom in right here and you've just got so much else going on. You know, you've got these guys shooting, you've got mages moving in, the artillery just flying, and you've just got so many soldiers just duking it out in the distance. These Necro Sphinxes coming in big. Out of interest, what's the balance of power? So balance of power is in favor of Skaven right now. I imagine their artillery can play such a huge part of this battle, especially now that the Realm of Souls has been completely used up. There are no more souls to be brought back to this world, so there's going to be no more replenishment whatsoever, and this artillery is in a great position, just bombarding down, taking out the heavy bulks of infantry. Oh yeah, these are, because we're using Steel Faith Overhaul as well, you got these Rocketeer infantry, which as you can see are just going to be racking up for kills. How many kills are they on so far? Already on 400 kills. Granted, they are getting a bit low on ammunition, but even still, that is pretty good for them right there. The Storm Vermin with Sword and Board making their way in, and they're just basically duking it out with the weaker parts of this Tomb King army. Just the normal skeleton warriors. There are some Nekhirara, I think is how you pronounce it, warriors, which are aiding in the fight, but Oh, I love the way that the Tomb Kings just like have their arms sliced off and, you know, they're fighting with less limbs in the battle. It's just really, really cool. Like, that's one of the nice things about Warhammer 2 is that the, like, animations are really cool. Also, do the Tomb Kings bleed still? Or do they not bleed? We're going to have to take a look, because maybe they patched that so that the Tomb Kings don't actually bleed anymore. Because they used to on launch, they bled. Maybe they don't, but I'm not seeing a lot of blood come from them. Maybe all the blood that they have is just the Skaven blood. Because that was always a bit dumb, having the Tomb Kings bleed, like, when they're literally just skeletons. But maybe they patched it. It looks like they maybe have. Maybe I'm just being completely blind and there's, like, some Tomb Kings just spurting out blood somewhere. But I think a lot of this blood is just coming from the Skaven. Maybe I'll have to test this out and basically just stick the... you know, Tomb King v Tomb King or something. Yeah, maybe... I feel like I maybe am mistaken somewhere. Oh my god, look at this, like, line of Tomb Kings right now just holding back the green tide. With the Necro Sphinx there as well. Oh, the Hero Titan and the Necro Sphinx are just so clean. Like, I think Creative Assembly did such a good job with the Tomb Kings. As someone who doesn't really know a bunch about, like, lore with the Tomb Kings, like, just diving into them, they really have so much stuff. You know, they have their infantry, they have unique mechanics of the crafting and the Realm of Souls. They have so many different interesting constructs, like the Necro Sphinx, like the Hero Titan. Even the War Sphinx is pretty goddamn cool, and the Bone Giants. Like, I just feel like they nailed. This is, like, definitely one of the best DLCs they have done in Total War in a long time, honestly. Probably one of my favorite. And you guys know, I'm not a fan of Warhammer, really. Like, I much prefer the older games for my own reasons. Like, not saying Warhammer is anything is a bad game whatsoever. I think Warhammer is a great game. It's just not really for me, in the sense of, like, the battles and the, you know, the way combat happens and the campaign maybe. But, you know, that's just my opinion. And I think overall, Warhammer is probably one of the best games in the series. And I mean, the Tomb Kings, even as someone who's maybe not a huge fan of the game, like, you can't say that the Tomb Kings aren't fucking awesome. Like, I can appreciate an epic goddamn battle, and, you know, whenever the Tomb Kings are involved with goddamn Hero Titans like that, and just, you know it's going to be a goddamn awesome one. Look at Queek as well. Queek is just taking a laser beam to the face, and yet he is just still up there fighting, trying to take out this Hero Titan. He might do a good job of it, honestly. I mean, he has great armor piercing, and I made sure to give... yeah, I mean, he's got his dwarf gouger as well, the one he probably used to chop off the head of Belegar. I mean, that's great armor piercing, so, you know, this construct is probably not going to survive too much longer. There's also an assassin here roaming around the battlefield. I'm pretty impressed as well, considering we do have 20,000 soldiers. Now, granted, I normally have a few more than this in these battles, but I just wanted kind of maybe a bit of a smaller one, but one we can just enjoy fully. The lag's been non-existent, really. A few maybe bits here and there, but it's always nice to see is that War Sphinx. Oh my god, look at that! Especially with all like the particle effects and blood and stuff. From the artillery and the Realm of Souls, or the Casket of Souls, sorry, which is all the way back here. Somehow it's really low. I guess it's been being shot by artillery. 300 kills is not bad at all. I don't know who this battle's going to go to. Like, obviously the Tomb Kings have a lot of constructs left, but the infantry is just crumbling right now due to the lack of, I guess, Realm of Souls and obviously morale as well. You got these Sharpty as well crumbling. Like, you are just seeing these guys slowly being broken down, and maybe the Skaven have it with their superior artillery, and they're just going to basically overwhelm with their numbers. But to be fair, the Tomb Kings have done a great job over on this flank. It's basically completely secure. Even the artillery crew going in. That's kind of cool that the AI goes ahead and brings in its artillery crew. Yeah, this Hero Titan is being 1v1'd by Queek right now. No matter how many laser beams comes in, Queek is yet still just being an absolute bad ass and killing these forces. Nice, good on you, Queek. Queek's always, I think, one of the more underrated legendary lords. Like, a lot of people don't think he's as strong as he is, but I mean, he managed to fucking chop the head off Belegar, so it can't be too bad. Even though from what I remember, he does end up getting butt fucked by someone, whether it is Grimgor. Does Grimgor like just beat the shit out of him? From what I remember, like, one of the, like, I think a legendary lord just literally just destroys him. Like, Queek is really strong, but he's not like gold tier strong. He's not like SS rank strong. You know, like the Tetlases and, you know, Set and Nagashes and, you know, Colfrans when he ascends to godlike power. God, whenever this is gonna probably trigger so many Warhammer Fantasy fans. Whenever I listen to the lore like about the end times and people going like literally like godlike powers and all of that and like all these heroes and stuff, like it just makes me like think of how like cool a fucking anime. Oh god, I've said the A word. You guys are probably so triggered, but just like how sick like I feel like the end times is everything that like an endgame anime does have, with all these heroes and betrayals and like enemies becoming friends and everyone kind of just going absolute like Super Saiyan style power, ascending to god level and doing all these crazy moves. And like I feel like it honestly just like whenever I think about it, it just reminds me of like an endgame anime or something, and I've probably triggered so many of you. I apologize. Colfran, forgive me for I have sinned. But it just does. It's like, oh, that'd be so cool, you know? Like, just imagine a fight, you know, between, you know, Balthazar and someone else and all the magic they're popping off. Just how cool that would be. Oh my god, the Warp Lightning Cannons are still up here right now. So what's even left for both sides? I can't imagine it's a lot. If we look at the numbers, we can see there's only 3,000 on the Skaven side and 1,600. Is Settra still alive? Setra's still at full HP. Has Queek done well? Has he managed? I think he's killed the Hero Titan. Yeah, Queek has killed the Hero Titan with the support of his Plague Priest. And now he's moving on, killing more. I think he just destroyed the casket of souls right there. Yeah, he has. And now he's charging down on Settra. But Settra is just a drive-by right now. Moving in, slashing away as he goes. As the Bone Giants have now been brought into combat. But Queek is out for blood. And as you guys know, like, he just does so much damage to like heavily armored units. And even mounted units. Queek is a great dueling hero. And by the looks of it, the other flanks are breaking, crumbling, if you will. I mean, the Team King still have a lot of men over here, and they actually want to manage to break the Skaven on this far left-hand side. There's a Plague Monk still left remaining with a couple units in his, rats in his unit. But this Necro Sphinx is just moving across now, slowly but surely. And these Rocketeers, who aren't really meant for an engagement like this, are now moving in themselves. Is this Necro Sphinx even going to care? No, he is going to care a little bit, but maybe these guys are just going to rout basically immediately as the warriors get involved with them. Just some normal Tomb King swordsmen, but I mean, these Rocketeers aren't really a very, very strong unit, so it's not like they're probably going to put up much of a fight. I mean, the main engagement is right too, and you can just see crumbling across the board. Yeah, literal crumble. Yeah, look at that. Like, all the units of the Tomb Kings are just falling apart. And I imagine it might be because Settra's about to die. I mean, if Settra goes down, I think the entire army does just, you know, dissipate and just go away. For the Tomb Kings, I don't think they really stand a chance once Settra does die. And there you go. Settra has indeed perished. And that's going to be catastrophic. Yeah, look at the morale just dropping. You guys saw that. That Bone Giant was basically at full morale. And now all of a sudden, he's just basically crumbling away. I mean, there are still a couple full-strength units still left remaining. Like this War Sphinx is doing pretty good if we throw him into combat. But a lot of the infantry, like all of this infantry, is basically just going to fall to pieces. I think literally it's going to fall to it's just going to be bones and sand. And no one in their right mind likes sand. It's far too coarse for me. These Rocketeers have actually done a decent job. Like, considering they're Rocketeers and they're not really meant for like a melee combat situation, they've not actually done a half bad job, honestly. The Skaven are moving more men around the flank. We've got some Storm Vermin. They're moving in. Are they looking to take out what's ever left over here? Yeah, there's actually a couple infantry over here. God, and then Plague. We saw these guys like a couple minutes ago, and they're still fighting on. Oh, no, sorry, this is different unit. This is, you know, Storm Vermin, who, I mean, should be able to take out just a unit of skeleton swords. Skaven rats, though, the morale isn't great, and the Skaven are actually starting to break a little bit. I mean, I think these constructs are going to hold, and I feel like the battle is very much in favor of the Tomb Kings right now. However, the Tomb Kings are still holding, and I mean, these like abomination, these constructs have done great. I mean, they haven't actually done that great. Only a couple hundred kills on them. I mean, these sharp tier who are still fighting. Yeah, you guys need to get your asses back into a fight. Come on, let's go. I'm really probably the only, they're literally one of the only units that aren't actually crumbling away. This fight has just turned into an all-out brawl as well. Awesome sound effects there. I don't think any words of enchantment will save you. But as the Ashanti do come back in, I can't believe they have 700 kills as well. That's pretty goddamn naughty. I think, though, that like the range units, like the artillery and stuff, will probably just rack up a bunch more. Have the units died over here? So yeah, the entire flank is broken. This Bone Giant is very close to dying. We just throw him in. But I mean, a lot of the Skaven units are very low. I think their heroes is what's going to win it for them. Yeah, now this is going to start to crumble. There's like no infantry left whatsoever. We just speed up a little bit. I think we're going to see everything just break apart for the Tomb Kings. They did have a pretty good chance though, and I think if Settra, I think it was Queek that really won the battle for the Skaven. Like, I think without Queek, I don't think the Skaven would have won this engagement. Just solely because of the, you know, because he managed to kill, what, a Hero Titan, he managed to kill Settra, and a bunch more. And we still do have, you know, a few pockets left which are fighting to the last. They have been told by Settra not one step back, and when he returns again in 100 years time, he will obviously, you know, be very proud of his men to know that the Ashanti stood to the last. How many kills are they on now? 800, maybe they can hit 1,000 before the end of this battle. I mean, now everyone is crumbling though, so I highly doubt it. Yeah, the band's power is literally completely in favor of the Skaven. There's not even a strike of yellow on that bar. The battle is definitely over, but we'll see it out. We'll see it out, just in case anyone else wants to rack up any more kills. I mean, the Skaven army has definitely taken a lot of casualties in this engagement, so it's not like the Skaven have got out of this battle completely unscathed. Just waiting for this Bone Giant to be taken care of now. Hopefully he will fairly soon. Everything else is just the constructs left remaining, which I imagine aren't going to see the light of day for too much longer. But as you can see, like, there's only a handful of units still left remaining for the Skaven. They have like their Abomination, their Plague Priest, but that's literally about it in this battle. Like, there's honestly nothing else still left remaining. There we have it, a valiant defeat for the Tomb Kings. I think so. I think the Tomb Kings put up a good show overall in the battles. And now let's look at the kills. I want to see who really racked up the most. I mean, Settra getting 632. Queek only got 85, but I think that's mainly because, well, one, he doesn't have as much magic, if any magic. And obviously he mainly took out a large portion of the constructs for the Tomb Kings, the real damage dealers. Oh my god, some of the Tomb Kings are getting over 800 kills, not too bad. The Archers really letting the side down, and even the constructs, not really a lot of them getting a huge amount of kills. I mean, the Ashanti almost 1,000, yeah, but all the Bone Giants okay, but everyone else not really performing. Taking a look at the Skaven forces, for Clan Rats obviously didn't do too well. The Plague Monks, one of them getting almost 400 kills. A lot of the Storm Vermin with over, 400 kills plus, and the Artillery almost 800 kills on this one, and one of the Rat Ogres as well getting 800. What did the, oh no wait, these are the Rocketeers. Yeah, both the Rocketeers getting well over 1,500 kills. What, that's almost, it's over 1,800. Just under 1,800. So, very, very nice there. They really did carry the battle for the Skaven, and not a single Tomb King army member remains on the battlefield. So if you guys enjoyed this, be sure to drop a like and a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one.